Chapter number 2, Appointment and Remuneration of Managerial Personnel. In left side these are questions and in right side it's their answers. So question number 1 is advice Super Specialty Limited in respect of the following proposals under consideration of its board of directors. First part of question is payment of commission of 4% of the net profits per annum to the directors of the company. Second part is payment of remuneration of rupees 40,000 rupees per month to the whole time directors of the company which is running in loss and having an effective capital of 95 lakh rupees. Answer number 1. Under section 197, subsection 1, the limit of total managerial remuneration payable by a public company to its directors including managing director and whole-time director, its manager in respect of any financial year shall not exceed 11% of the net profits of the company. Shall not exceed 11% of the net profits of the company for that financial year, computed in the manner laid down in section 198. Further, the third provision to section 197 subsection 1 provides that except with the approval of the company in general meeting by a special resolution, the remuneration payable to directors who are neither managing director nor whole-time directors shall not exceed 1% of the net profits of the company. And if there is a managing or whole-time director or manager, the remuneration payable to directors shall not exceed 3% of the net profits in any other case. Therefore, in the given case, the commission of 4% is beyond the limit specified and the same should be approved by the members by passing a special resolution. Second part of question 1, payment of remuneration of 40,000 rupees per month to a whole-time director of the company which is running in loss and having an effective capital of 95 lakh rupees. Answer for part 2. If in any financial year a company has no profits or its profits are inadequate, the company shall not pay to its directors, including managing director, whole-time director or manager, any remuneration exclusive of any fees payable to directors except in accordance with the provisions of Schedule 5. Schedule 5 के हिसाब से पेमेंट करना पड़ेगा अगर लॉस में होगी कंपनी तो. Section 2 of Part 2 of Schedule 5 provides that where in any financial year during the currency of tenure of a managerial person, wherein during the currency of tenure of a managerial person, a company has no profits or its profits are inadequate, it may pay remuneration to the managerial person not exceeding rupees 60 lakhs for the year if the effective capital of the company is negative or up to 5 crore rupees. In the given situation, the proposed remuneration of 40,000 rupees per month, that is 4,80,000 rupees per annum, can be paid to the whole-time director of the company which is running in loss because the remuneration is within the permissible limit of 60 lakh. Question number 2. Mr. X, a director of MJV Limited, was appointed as managing director on 1st April 2015. One of the terms of appointment was that in the absence of adequacy of profits or if the company had no profits in a particular year, he will be paid remuneration in accordance with Schedule 5. For the financial year ended 31st March 2017, the company suffered heavy losses. The company was not in a position to pay any remuneration, but he was paid rupees 50 lakh for the year. The effective capital of the company is 150 crore, 150 crores. So that is more than 50 crores. यहाँ पे जो लिमिट दिया हुआ था more than 5 crores. नेगेटिव और 5 करोड़ से ज़्यादा है, मतलब 150 करोड़ है. Referring to the provisions of Companies Act 2013 as contained in Schedule 5, examine the validity of the above payment of remuneration to Mr. X. Answer number 2. Under Section 2, Part 2, Schedule 5 to the Companies Act 2013, the remuneration payable to managerial person is linked to the effective capital of the company. Schedule 5 states that wherein any financial year during the currency of tenure of a managerial person, a company has no profits or its profits are inadequate, it may pay remuneration to the managerial person not exceeding 120 lakhs in the year in case the effective capital of the company is between 100 crores and 250 crores. अगर 100 करोड़ से 250 करोड़ के बीच का कैपिटल है तो 120 लाख रुपए आप रेम्यूनरेशन दे सकते हो मैनेजरियल पर्सनल को. However, the remuneration in excess of 120 lakh may be paid if the resolution passed by the shareholders is a special resolution. 120 लाख के ऊपर भी दे सकते हैं बट स्पेशल रेजोल्यूशन पास करना पड़ेगा उसके लिए. From the foregoing provisions as contained in Schedule 5, the payment of 50 lakh in the year of loss as remuneration to Mr. X is less than 120 lakhs, which is otherwise permissible when the effective capital of the company is between 100 to 250 crores. Thus, payment of 50 lakh being made to Mr. X is within the prescribed limit and can be validly made to him. Done. Question number 3. Mr. Doubtful was appointed as Managing Director of Carefree Industries Limited. Doubtful Director Carefree Industries का for a period of 5 years with effect from 1/4/2016 on a salary of 12 lakh rupees per annum with other perquisites. The board of directors of the company came to know about certain questionable transactions entered into by Mr. Doubtful and therefore terminated his service as managing director from 1st of March 2019. Mr. Doubtful termed his removal as illegal and claimed compensation from the company. Meanwhile, the company paid a sum of rupees 5 lakh on ad hoc basis to Mr. Doubtful pending settlement of his dues. Discuss whether the company is bound to pay compensation to Mr. Doubtful, and if so, how much is the compensation payable to Mr. Doubtful. Second part, the company can recover the amount of 5 lakh paid on the ground that Mr. Doubtful is not entitled to compensation because he is guided by corrupt practices. So answer number 3, according to section 202 of the Companies Act 2013, compensation can be paid only to a managing director or whole-time director or manager, MD, WTD or manager. Only these 3 people will be paid compensation. The amount of compensation cannot exceed the remuneration which he would have earned if he would have been in the office for the unexpired term of his office or for 3 years, whichever is shorter. Unexpired term of his office or for 3 years, whichever is shorter. No compensation shall be paid if the director has been found guilty of fraud or breach of trust or gross negligence in the conduct of the affairs of the company. Fraud, breach of trust and gross negligence. In light of the above provisions of law, the company is not liable to pay any compensation to Mr. Doubtful if he has been found guilty of fraud or breach of trust or gross negligence in the conduct of affairs of the company, but it is not proper on the part of the company to withhold the payment of compensation on the basis of mere allegations. सिर्फ एलिगेशन लगाने के बेसिस पे आप पैसा नहीं रोक सकते. अगर गिल्टी होता है वो तो आप रोक सकते हो. द कॉम्पनसेशन पेबल बाय द कंपनी टू मिस्टर डाउटफुल वुड बी 25 lakhs कैलकुलेटेड एट द रेट ऑफ 12 लाख रुपये पर एनम फॉर अनएक्सपायर्ड टर्म ऑफ 25 months. 1 महीने का 1 लाख, 25 महीने का 25 लाख. Regarding the ad hoc payment of 5 lakhs, it will not be possible for the company to recover the amount from Mr. Doubtful in view of the decision in case of Bell versus Lever Bros, where it was observed that a director was not legally bound to disclose any breach of his fiduciary obligations so as to give the company an opportunity to dismiss him. In that case, the managing director was initially removed by paying compensation, and later on it was discovered that he had been guilty of breach of trust, breach of duty and corrupt practices. He has been guilty of breach of duty and corrupt practices, that he would have been removed without compensation. तो जो पैसा दिया है वो वापस नहीं मिलेगा, बट एक ऑप्शन ये हो सकता था कि उसे बिना पैसा दिए रिमूव कर सकते थे कंपनी से. क्वेश्चन नंबर 4, इंटरनेशनल टेक्नोलॉजीज लिमिटेड, अ लिस्टेड कंपनी, राइट. इसमें से भी रेगुलेशंस लग सकते हैं. बीइंग मैनेज्ड बाय मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर proposes to pay the following managerial remuneration: commission at the rate of 5% of the net profits to its managing director Mr. Kamal. कमीशन दिया 5% का नेट प्रॉफिट्स का मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर को, MD. सेकेंड पार्ट, The director other than managing director are proposed to be paid monthly remuneration of 50,000 and also commission at the rate of 1% of net profit of the company, subject to the condition that overall remuneration payable to ordinary directors, including monthly remuneration payable to each of them, shall not exceed 2% of the net profits of the company. The commission is so distributed equally among all the directors. Third part, the company also proposes to pay suitable additional remuneration to Mr. Bhatt, a director, for professional services rendered as software engineer. Whenever such services are utilized, you are required to examine with reference to the provisions of the Companies Act 2013 the validity of the above proposals. अच्छा क्वेश्चन है ये वाला, मतलब इसमें सारी चीज़ें कवर हो रही हैं छोटे छोटे पॉइंट्स में. सो आंसर नंबर 4, International Technologies Limited, a listed company being managed by managing director, proposes to pay the following managerial remuneration. For the first part, commission at the rate 5% of the net profit has been paid to the managing director. Part 1 of second proviso to section 197 subsection 1 provides that except with the approval of the company in general meeting by a special resolution, the remuneration payable to any one managing director or a whole-time director or manager shall not exceed 5% of the net profits of the company, and if there is more than one such director, the remuneration shall not exceed 10% of the net profits to all such directors and manager taken together. In the present case, since the International Technologies Limited is being managed by a managing director, the commission at the rate of 5% of the net profit to Mr. Kamal, the managing director, is allowed and no approval of the company in general meeting is required. The remuneration payable to any one managing director or whole-time director or manager shall not exceed 5% of the net profits of the company, and if there is more than one such director, then remuneration shall not exceed 10% of the net profits to all such directors and managers taken together. Second part is that directors other than managing director are proposed to be paid monthly remuneration of 50,000 and it shall not exceed 2% of the net profits of the company, and commission also at the rate of 1% is to be paid to directors. So answer to second part is that directors other than managing director are proposed to be paid monthly remuneration of rupees 50,000 and also commission at the rate 1% of net profits of the company. ये क्वेश्चन में दिया था. Subject to the condition that the overall remuneration to ordinary directors, including monthly remuneration payable to each of them, shall not exceed 2% of the net profits of the company. ये पूरा का पूरा लाइन उठा के यहाँ क्वेश्चन में लिख दिया. अब आंसर स्टार्ट होता है. पार्ट 2 ऑफ द सेकंड प्रोविजो टू सेक्शन 197 सबसेक्शन 1. सेकंड प्रोविजो टू सेक्शन 197 सबसेक्शन 1. सेक्शन 197 सबसेक्शन 1 मैनेजरल रेम्यूनरेशन और सेक्शन 198 कंप्यूटेशन ऑफ मैनेजरल रेम्यूनरेशन. So, part 2 of second proviso to section 197 subsection 1 provides that except with the approval of company in general meeting by a special resolution, the remuneration payable to directors who are neither managing directors nor whole-time directors shall not exceed, बिना special resolution के, आप 1% of net profit of the company if there is a managing or whole-time director, 3% of the net profit in any other case. In the present case, the maximum remuneration allowed to directors other than managing or whole-time director is 1% of the net profits of the company because the company is managed by a managing director. Hence, if the company wants to fix directors' remuneration at not more than 2% of the profits of the company, the approval of the company in general meeting is required by passing a special resolution. क्योंकि यहाँ पे 1% वाला केस लग रहा है, क्योंकि जो कंपनी है उसमें मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर है, इसीलिए 3% वाले पॉइंट पे नहीं जाएंगे. थर्ड पार्ट में इट हैज़ बीन सेड दैट द कंपनी इज ऑल्सो प्रपोज टू पे सुइटेबल एडिशनल रेम्यूनरेशन टू मिस्टर भट्ट, अ डायरेक्टर फॉर प्रोफेशनल सर्विसेज एज अ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर. इसको तो देना पड़ेगा. द कंपनी ऑल्सो प्रपोजेज टू पे सुइटेबल एडिशनल रेम्यूनरेशन टू मिस्टर भट्ट, अ डायरेक्टर फॉर प्रोफेशनल सर्विसेज टू बी रेंडर्ड बाय हिम एज अ सॉफ्टवेयर इंजीनियर whenever such services are utilized by the company. According to section 197 subsection 4, the remuneration payable to the directors of a company, including any managing or whole-time director or manager, shall be determined in accordance with the subject to the provisions of this section, either the articles, resolution, or if the articles so रिक्वायर बाय स्पेशल रेजोल्यूशन पास्ड बाय द कंपनी इन जनरल मीटिंग। ये तीनों पॉइंट्स कवर्ड होने चाहिए, या तो AOA में लिखा हुआ होना चाहिए या कोई रेजोल्यूशन पास करो, या अगर AOA चाहता है कि आप स्पेशल रेजोल्यूशन पास करके ये काम करो तो आपको स्पेशल रेजोल्यूशन पास करना पड़ेगा जनरल मीटिंग में। सेकेंड पॉइंट फॉर दिस इज द remuneration payable to a director determined aforesaid shall be inclusive of the remuneration payable to him for the services rendered by him in any other capacity. Any remuneration for services rendered by any such director in other capacity shall not so included if the services rendered are of professional nature, and in the opinion of the nomination remuneration committee, if the company is covered under section 178 subsection 1 or the board of directors in other case, the director possesses the requisite qualification for the practice of the profession. Hence, in the present case, the additional remuneration payable to Mr. Bhatt, a director, for professional services rendered by him as software engineer will not be included in the maximum managerial remuneration. Accordingly, such additional remuneration shall be allowed, but opinion of nomination and remuneration committee need to be obtained. Also, the International Technologies Limited, a listed company, shall disclose in the board's report the ratio of the remuneration of each director to the median employee remuneration and such other details as are prescribed under Rule 5 of the Company's Appointment and Remuneration of Managerial Personnel Rules 2014. Next, question number 5. The following particulars are extracted from the statement of profit and loss of Surya Cement Limited for the year ended 31st March 2020. ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट दिया 60 लाख का, प्रॉफिट ऑन सेल ऑफ बिल्डिंग 10 लाख की बिल्डिंग खरीदी थी, WDV 6 लाख की और प्रॉफिट हुआ 5 लाख का। सैलरी 2,50,000, सन्ड्री रिपेयर्स और फिक्स्ड एसेट्स 1 लाख, सब्सिडी फ्रॉम गवर्नमेंट 3 लाख, कॉम्पनसेशन फॉर ब्रीच ऑफ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट 1 लाख, डेप्रिसिएशन 1,40,000, लॉस ऑन सेल ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट्स 2 लाख, इंटरेस्ट ऑन अनसिक्योर्ड लोन 50,000, इंटरेस्ट ऑन डिबेंचर्स इशूड बाय द कंपनी 1 लाख, रिपेयर एक्सपेंसेस टू फिक्स्ड एसेट्स कैपिटल इन नेचर 2 लाख, नेट प्रॉफिट 13 लाख. You are required to calculate the overall managerial remuneration payable under section 197 of the Companies Act 2013 subject to the provisions under schedule 5. Calculate the overall managerial remuneration. तो सबसे पहले इसका कैपिटल निकालना पड़ेगा. Answer to question number 5. The managerial remuneration shall be computed in accordance with the provisions laid down in section 198 of the Companies Act 2013. Schedule 5 is given under section 197 and computation is given under 198. Net profit is 13 lakh rupees less capital profits on sale of building 1 lakh. Salary and wages. For first, capital profits on sale of building note 1. As per section 198 subsection 3, credit shall not be given for profits from sale of any immovable property or fixed asset of a capital nature comprised in the undertaking or any of the undertakings of the company unless the business of the company consists whether wholly or partly of buying and selling of such property or assets, provided that where the amounts for which any fixed asset is sold exceeds the written down value, therefore credit shall be given for so much of the excess as is not higher than the difference between the original cost at the fixed asset and its written down value. Accordingly, the calculation of capital profit is computed as under: profit is equal to selling price minus WDV. 5 लाख रुपए प्रॉफिट हुआ था, selling price minus WDV. Therefore, selling price is 11 lakh rupees, capital profit is 1 lakh rupees only. Therefore, net profit 13 लाख में से सिर्फ 1 लाख माइनस होगा. Note number 2. Salary and wages. According to section 198 subsection 4, the following sum shall be deducted. All the usual working charges, salaries and wages are considered as usual working charges. Expenses on repairs, whether to immovable or to movable property, provided the repairs are not of capital nature. Any compensation or damage to be paid in virtue of any legal liability, including a liability arising from a breach of contract, interest on debentures issued by the company, interest on unsecured loan and advances, depreciation to the extent specified in section 123. Since all of the above charges are already deducted while arriving at net profit, no effect is required to be given for salary and wages. Sundry repairs to fixed assets, note number 2, same. Subsidy from government is also not required to be deducted from net profit, as under section 198 subsection 1, credit shall be given for bounties and subsidies received from any government or any public authority constituted or authorized in this behalf by any government, unless and except in so far as the central government otherwise directs. Compensation from breach of contract, note 2. Depreciation, note 2. Loss on sale of investments. According to section 198 subsection 5, loss of a capital nature, including loss on sale of undertaking or any of the undertakings of the company or any part thereof, shall not be deducted. In the given question, in the absence of specific information about the nature of investment, the said investments are considered as current investments and revenue in nature, and accordingly no effect is given, as it is already deducted while arriving at net profit. Interest on unsecured loan, note 2. Interest on debentures, note 2. Next is repair expenses to fixed assets, capital in nature. These are required to be added to net profit. Note 5. According to section 198 subsection 4, expenses on repairs, whether to immovable or to movable property, is deducted only for repairs which are not capital in nature. Accordingly, we have added back to the net profit. Therefore, 13 lakh minus 1 lakh, 12 lakh plus 2 lakh. Profit as per section 198 is 14 lakhs. Therefore, the overall maximum managerial remuneration shall be 11% of the net profits, computed in accordance with section 198. 11% of 14 lakh is 1,54,000. It is assumed that the net profit given in the question is arrived after giving effect to the all line items given therein. Question number 6. You are provided with the relevant extract of financials of Tribhup Company Limited for the financial year ended 31st March 2020. Authorized share capital 1000 crore rupees. Authorized से मतलब नहीं होता. Issued and share paid up share capital is 5 crore. Negative or up to 5 crore. 60 lakh rupees can be paid as a remuneration. Share premium account 25 lakh. Reserves and surplus amount 25 lakh is included as revaluation reserve, total 35 lakhs. Term loan repayable after 1 year 12 lakhs. Current borrowing cash credit loan from banks 20 lakhs. Non-current investment 10 lakh. Accumulated losses 5 lakh. Preliminary expenses not written off 3 lakh. The company has 3 managerial persons in its board: Mr. A, Managing Director; Mr. B, Whole-time Director; Mr. C, Director. According to their terms of appointment, in case the company has no or inadequate profit, negative or inadequate profit, or zero profit, the managerial remuneration payable to them shall be in accordance with Schedule 5. You are required to compute the total managerial remuneration payable considering the provisions of Schedule 5. Answer number 6. Section 2 of Part 2 of Schedule 5 states that the provisions applicable for the payment of managerial remuneration in case where the company has no profits or its profits are inadequate. In such a case, managerial remuneration is payable on the basis of effective capital as on the last date of the financial year for which the remuneration is payable. Accordingly, compute the total managerial remuneration payable. We should first calculate effective capital. Issued and paid up capital is 5 crore. Add share premium account 25 lakhs. Reserves and surplus excluding revaluation reserve. क्योंकि 35 लाख का टोटल रिजर्व्स एंड सरप्लस दिया था, उसमें 25 लाख का रिवैल्यूएशन रिजर्व था, तो 25 लाख हटा दिया, सिर्फ 10 लाख हट गया. टर्म लोन रिपेएबल आफ्टर 1 ईयर एक्सक्लूडिंग वर्किंग कैपिटल लोन. वर्किंग कैपिटल लोन भी हटा दिया क्योंकि वो करंट लोन होता है. टर्म लोन ऐड किया लेस Non-current investments of 10 lakh rupees, less accumulated losses 5 lakh rupees, less preliminary expenses of 3 lakh rupees. So here is an effective capital of 5 crore 29 lakhs. जो प्रिलिमिनरी एक्सपेंसेस नॉट रिटर्न ऑफ होते हैं उसको आप लेस करते हो, जो अक्यूमुलेटेड लॉसेस होते हैं उसको भी लेस करते हो, जो नॉन करेंट इन्वेस्टमेंट्स होती है उसको भी लेस करते हो इफेक्टिव कैपिटल में से. So explanation 1 to section 2 of part 2 of schedule 5 states that effective capital means the aggregate of the paid up share capital excluding share application money or advances against share amount if any for the time being standing to the credit of share premium account, reserves and surplus excluding revaluation reserve, long term loans and deposits repayable after 1 year excluding working capital loans, overdraft, interest due on loans unless funded, bank guarantee etc. and other short-term arrangements as reduced by the aggregate of any investment except in case of investment by an investment company whose principal business is acquisition of shares, stock, debentures or other securities, accumulated losses and preliminary expenses not written off. Section 2 Part 2 Schedule 5 states that where the effective capital is 5 crore and above but less than 100 crore, 5 करोड़ से 100 करोड़ के बीच में अगर इफेक्टिव कैपिटल है आपका तो रेम्यूनरेशन पेबल शैल नॉट एक्सीड 84 लाख्स. अगर 5 करोड़ से कम होता है तो 60 लाख है, 5 करोड़ से 100 करोड़ होता है तो 84 लाख से 100 करोड़ से 500 करोड़ होता है तो 120 लाख है. Accordingly, the total managerial remuneration payable by the company to 3 managerial personnel for the year ended 31st March 2020 shall not exceed 252 lakhs, that is 84 lakh into 3 मैनेजरियल पर्सोनल है तो उनका टोटल रेम्यूनरेशन जो है 252 लाख से ज़्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए.